So now, guys, let's get to the only series that has not started, and that is the Warriors versus the Lakers. And
Warriors.
I know Bomani Jones. I know plenty of people that are very happy that we get this primetime matchup in the second round rather than Kings and Lakers. So,
Warriors in
real quick,
6.
okay, tell me why.
I like how Kevin stood up for this
I
one.
will say, yeah, I got the
LeBron,
disrespect's coming.
LeBron James is LeBron. Hey, man. You look at just the heart of a champion with the Warriors. They're the champions till they're the champions no more. I think the inconsistency that I saw, even though that the Lakers ended up ultimately winning by 40 points in Game 6, a closeout game. I think this Warriors team they're not going to have an answer for Steph. I think we're going to see games where, there's been times where the Lakers, they'll be playing, there'll only be like a 1-day break. LeBron is probably the type of player that needs at least, 2 days in between for most games. Usually when they play, like, I think it was Game 3, the game that Ja was announced that he was out. Or it was Game 2 that he was announced that he was out. And the Memphis Grizzlies ended up winning by like 12 or 11 points. That should have been again the game that the Lakers should have won. But they didn't have enough rest in between, yada, yada, yada. Ultimately, the Lakers end up winning in 6 games. I think with this Warrior team is going to be able, they can shoot the ball. I don't think Memphis really has, other than Luke Kennard, they weren't really able to consistently show that they can hit the 3. But now you got Steph Clay. Jordan Poole's a guy who can knock down a 3. I think they're going to be a lot more alert on the perimeter, and that's going to raise some problems for the Lakers. I think they have. I don't think we'll see Anthony or Kevon Looney be able to control the glass as much as he was in this King series, because they have an Anthony Davis, a guy that can go for 20 rebounds as well. So I think as far as the glass is concerned, that'll be, neck and neck. We'll see, the chess match between LeBron, Steph, who's going to be the guy to kind of step up. But ultimately, I think the Golden State Warriors, as hot as they are, they're going to come out on top in the series, and I have them winning in 6 games.
All right, Gary, who are you picking in this series and why?
I'm picking my champions that I pick, man. LeBron James, Lakers in 6, man. It's bittersweet in a sense of, obviously I wanted the Kings to be here, but I'm not too mad, guys. But LeBron, Curry again. This has just been the decade, man, literally. So yeah, they get to go again this time. Obviously, on the finals, a different situation. And you know what? Last time I checked, to be honest, Curry ain't beat LeBron without KD, really. And then anytime he did beat KD, he beat LeBron, he had basically nothing with him. Everyone was basically had Dellavedova on IV, literally.
Preach.
So I think they ain't got no answer for LeBron. And yes, I know Lakers only got to answer too much for Curry, to be honest with you, in terms of guard play. I mean, you want to put Reeves on him, you want to put Russell on him. It's gonna be pretty tough to stop that man too. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, LeBron knows how to beat this team. He has played this team so many times. This Warrior team hasn't really played this version of LeBron's team. He played the Cavs teams a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different team. He's going to have really in-depth of what to know about this team. Obviously, they're both California teams, and, they obviously know each other pretty well. They've been playing each other 4 times already this season. But just Vaughn saying that, the rebounding is not going to be too much different. No, I think it's going to be an issue for the Warriors in a sense. I think if they go small, it's going to be an issue. I think that they're too much big body, the Lakers are, as we've seen in the Memphis series. LeBron showed what I had this. I wanted to say this too in that series real quick. I forgot. Real quick. I said what I say. I said something right here where I was going to say LeBron taught them boys a lesson. Simple. And that's it, really what it is. He taught the Memphis Grizzlies a lesson, and I think he's going to teach his Warriors a lesson as well, that why he is going to stamp his resume after the season as more of the GOAT than he already is. And you know what? I know you're not saying anything wrong, Vaughn, as in when we see ADs, it's one game, no game. One game shows up, one game he doesn't, And you know what? Let me tell you a secret. It's kind of like the Warriors. Klay Thompson, one game, show up, one game, has it. Jordan Poole, show up one game, does
Jordan
it.
Poole's playing
You
like
know what I'm
shit all
saying?
years.
So it's going to be really LeBron versus Curry in a sense, and with a lot of guys who they're just praying to help out that night. But I think LeBron just be able to just being the master orchestrator he is in the playoffs, and I know Curry's great at that as well as too, controlling the pace and things. I just felt the Lakers just got a little more firepower in depth, in a sense of length, depth, and basketball IQ. I think that's going to prevail in the series. And yeah, simple as that. I got LeBron.
All right. Garry has the Lakers in 6
I got
games.
LeBron in 6. It sounds better.
LeBron in 6.
I was gonna say the same thing.
All
We
right,
hate
Kevin.
the Lakers, Shaun. So just let's put it out there one wax just to make sure I'm clear. I probably said this before that when LeBron leaves Lakers, it's back to F the Lakers. But since LeBron, we're going for
Preach.
LeBron, man. Again, I'll say what again. LeBron's
Kevin,
getting
do
more
you have a
happiness than
Lakers
the Kings have ever
LeBron
had, to be
jersey?
honest. So
I do.
Yeah, so
6 and
What?
23.
yeah, I got all the jerseys too. I never wore the LeBron jersey, but I do got a Laker one. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't never wore it though. It's still sitting with a tag Kev inside.
You got it though.
I got it. I ain't gonna lie. I had to get it.
So Kevin owns multiple Lakers jerseys. It has been well documented here. And you also picked the Lakers to win the championship this year, Kevin.
Again,
so I
they're
assume
LeBron
you're
jerseys.
picking Kevin, you're picking them to win this series, I assume. So in how many games and why?
I got the Lakers in 6, man.
Wow.
Lakers in 6. I'm gonna just show you guys. I'm gonna throw out some stats. Where stats were positive, so I'm gonna show you some numbers. Each game, they had a different leading score. Rory Hachimura, first game, 29. LeBron
Japanese
game
Jordan.
2 with 28. Anthony Davis with 31. Austin Reeves with 23. D'Angelo Russell with 31.
Oh
They
my
have
God.
the depth. If they can keep this going, I think they're like Shaun mentioned, I have them as my final pick. I have them going all the way for a reason. And I think, LeBron is 6. I think he's going to be able to figure it out. Like Garry mentioned, there's been some bad blood between LeBron James and Steph Curry.
They have the
Just
size
playoff
advantage
stats.
in this series. Also.
LeBron James, 33 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. And Steph Curry with 26, 6 and 6. So it's going to be a battle of the
It's gonna be a battle between Blue and Kevin on the mic.
I think the Lakers have.
He's doing what he can. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jaevon.
I think the Lakers have the size advantage here. They're just the bigger team. I mean, you got LeBron 6'9", AD 6'11", 6'10". Rui's like 6'9". Austin Reeves is like 6'5", 6'6". So I mean, they're for sure they have the length advantage. So I feel like
the Kings beat them in the paint the first 2 games. Imagine what LeBron and AD are going to do to them in the paint.
They're going to have the points in the paint is going to be huge for them. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to shoot the ball as well.
You're right. That's going to be a tough one.
From three for the Golden State Warriors. So I mean, it's going to kind of come down to who's going to be able to control the glass and who's going to be able to to get stops and be able to shoot the ball well. So I mean. I kind of believe. I mean, I've seen the Warriors be able to shoot the ball well, but I mean, this is going to be very interesting because Garry kind of already mentioned it. That LeBron, Steph Curry dynamic. Them playing in the finals. How many years in a row did they?
4.
It was like 4 years in a row where it was just Steph, LeBron, Steph, LeBron, Steph, LeBron. Just
take those finals for granted a little bit looking back, man. Those are some great runs.
Just in the finals, man. Like, it's just crazy. And then I think it was LeBron went to the finals himself like 10 years in a row. So, I mean, it's just all the history, playoff history, LeBron in the playoffs versus, Steph Curry. It's just something that we're so accustomed to because we saw it so many times in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I just want to mention, I got another stat today, guys. Best record in the NBA, including the playoffs and the play-in, since the All-Star break, 21-9, the Los Angeles Lakers, then 20-9, Sixers, Celtics. Even our Knicks stat, we pick it on right here, 18-10. So they obviously have been one of the best. And, it's obviously, you can look at it, I'm not going to lie, I mean, I'll tell the real stuff on the stat that could be a little skewed because they did have some bad teams in there. I remember when the end stretch there, but it does include the playoffs while they handled the number 2 seed. And yeah, as simple as that. And obviously, Brooke, we never even talked about this. Isn't it crazy how literally, I don't know if you want to change the ticket real quick with this on Shaun, but just if you're done real quick, I'm going to go on your last, what you want to say about before we switch. I just want to say real quick, it's crazy how a lot of these seeds are, I think it's probably the first year ever, a lot of these lower seeds are beating the higher seeds, and kind of talked about it before a little bit, about how like it's kind of unusual just because the team, but the experienced teams, like Shaun mentioned earlier, are beating the inexperienced teams. So it's kind of also bad for the NBA in a sense, a little bit. It's like, you kind of want the Memphis and the Kings who took the regular season serious. He knows I'm not a stats guy, that's why. He's the regular season serious that they're actually now they're losing. So, it's kind of bad for the NBA, kind of, but at the same time it's good because they got the stars in there. So,
well, Gary, this is actually the first time in NBA history where every single seed is represented in the second round of the playoffs. And it's with both sides combined, but the 1 through 8 seeds, exactly, 1 through 8 is represented in the second round of the NBA playoffs for the first time ever. If the Kings had beaten the Warriors, you would have had 2 3 seeds and no 6 seeds. Because the Warriors did win yesterday, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of those seeds are involved in the second round of the NBA playoffs, which is pretty cool. We don't have time for it again this week, so I just want to just preface this by saying this is not Shaun's pop quiz. But I was just wondering, have you guys seen this? Who the last 3 Lakers are with over 30 points and over 5 3-pointers in a playoff game? The last, just guess. Who are the last 3 Lakers? Okay, Kobe's one of them, so there's 2 more. The last 3 Lakers with at least 30 points and
in a regular game?
at least 5 3-pointers in a playoff game. LeBron is the second one. There's one more guy.
Derek Fisher.
Sasa Vujacic.
No, not Derek Fisher, not
Lamar.
AR-15.
No.
It's a current player.
Current
Davis?
player.
It is a current player.
It's not Rui. It's Rui.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's not Rui. It's not Rui either.
D'Angelo Russell?
No way.
Ice in his veins. Ice in his veins.
Well, he better have to bring a lot of ice, man, because that game he finally did
D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell is that third guy.
Because some of those games, man, he did not show up, but he showed up in that one game. And they blew them boys
He
out.
showed up. Yep, he showed up in Game 6 when it mattered most.
Last Tuesday, I got off the pot and I watched it. I was like, this boys hit 3 threes in a row. Perfect timing.
Yeah, and every fiber of my being does not want to pick the Lakers. I can't, for everything that we just went through with the Warriors and their fan base, I still cannot stand the Lakers or their fans tenfold. I absolutely hate the Lakers and their fan base. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of Lakers fans who really get on my nerves. Jaevon's a gambling man, as we got to start to wrap up here on episode number 27 of Stats Over Politics. Every fiber of my being does not want to pick the Lakers, but we choose stats over politics here. And, my gut, my brain, everything is telling me that the Lakers are going to win this series. And so I'm going to go with the Lakers to win it. And I'm going to pick the Lakers. I'm going to break my streak.
They're into the dynasty?
I don't know. I feel like the Warriors winning in the first round will help potentially extend that. It all kind of depends on Draymond, but I'm picking just to make it real brief. I'm picking the Lakers to win this series in 7 games. My gut just tells me that the Lakers are going to prevail in this series. And we mentioned those 4 NBA finals that LeBron and Steph faced off. LeBron went 1-3 in those NBA finals. I don't think LeBron is going to let his head-to-head playoff record against Stephen Curry get to 1-4. 2-3 sounds a whole lot better than 1-4.